Okay, right. I think we're going to start the luxury webinar today. So big thank you to everybody for joining us. Lauren, you up on the screen. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and where you are today.
Yes, so I am Lauren. I look after the whole AMR collection. You probably know us best for our hotels in Mexico and across the Caribbean. However, we are now in Europe as well, and we've got an ever-expanding portfolio. So today I'm coming to you live from our new hotel, Secrets Bahia Real in Fuerteventura, which you may have known under its previous ownership, and it was the Atlantis Grand Bahia Real. So yeah, it's had a renovation and it's just opened, and that's where I am today. So looking forward to telling you a bit more about it.
We're very excited, and you've got a really good prize for us today, haven't you, as well?
Yes, we're going to give away 3 nights to stay at this lovely hotel, which is great. It's amazing. It's not too far either in terms of a flight, so it's perfect.
Super. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us. Penny.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. So I'm Penny, Penny Naum. I'm the regional sales manager for Domes Resorts. You may have seen me before or may not, so this is a good chance if you haven't. I'm based in the UK, so we have lots to talk about. We have a beautiful incentive at the end of the my training, so make sure you check this one out. And we have many news to share, so yeah, make sure you follow until the end.
Super. And your prize today, Penny?
It's 2 nights at any of the Domes resorts for 2 people on half board.
Super, amazing, brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing your presentation shortly. And last but not least, we've got Ian.
Yeah, I'm Ian. I'm UK based also, and I look after Caesar's Palace in Dubai, which is nothing like Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So let's just get that dealt with straight away. Yeah, and we've got incentives and things also, so yeah, stay tuned.
Brilliant. And your price today is £25 reward onto the reward program that you have with us. Super. Okay, so Ian, you're going to kickstart us. So you're going to transport us to Dubai. So the stage is yours. Go for it.
Thanks. Right. So Caesar's Palace, you will have heard of us from many years. We've been open like 4 or 5 years, but over lockdown, we've changed quite a lot, including the name. So it's now just called Caesar's Palace Dubai, and also we're now just one hotel. We have got 2 towers and lots of other things which I'm going to show you. But just just remember now it's just one hotel called Caesar's Palace Dubai. The image that you can see here is actually our unique selling point. We've got our own island called Blue Waters. You can come by road and the traffic just goes underground, or you can walk over a walk bridge between the island and JBR, which, if you know it, it's full of bars and nightclubs and restaurants and so on. And then on the front, we've got our 500-meter beach. And I'm going to show you later the view, because I think we're probably the only hotel in Dubai right now that's got an unobstructed view from the property. Places like Wangnoni Royal Mirage now have got the cruise terminal to deal with, so we've got that as an advantage for Caesar's Palace Dubai. So I'm going to show you a very short video, and it'll just give you an idea of what the island looks like, really.
There's no sound, Ian.
Yeah. You'll have noticed that the wheel image in the video is old because there were no pods on the wheel, but it's operating now and it's fully open. And some of the pods are gyms, some of them you do yoga, some are bars, some are meeting rooms. So one's Lego branded and one's Caesar's Palace branded. So you've got quite a lot of different experiences to have on the wheel as well. And if you're staying in Caesar's, you get free access to the wheel. So there it is, Blue Waters Island. It's quite near the Palm and also Dubai Marina, but you can see how Sheikh Zayed Road just goes behind the marina, so you don't get clogged up. So it's very easy access to the airport as well. And we're all, excuse me, we're also the closest hotel to Expo. So if you're selling Expo, then we're probably, you know, the best located hotel to serve that. I'm just going to talk first through just some of the changes. These slides are not very sexy, but we're now Caesar's Palace Dubai, which I've just said, 2 towers, Julius and Palace. The hotel previously had unique benefits if you were staying in Palace, but that's no longer the case. So you can choose any of the 2 towers, and you know there's no benefit of one over the other. It's just they're designed differently and they're different sizes. We have Cove Beach in the middle, and whilst this is not owned by Caesar's Palace, it's a beach club, a little bit like you'd find in Ibiza, really, and all over Dubai. But if you're staying in Caesar's Palace, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which is the weekend, you can get into Cove Beach Club free. Breakfast nowadays is mostly in Bacchanal, which is in Julius Tower, but 3 days a week, Hell's Kitchen has now opened for breakfast as well, but I think you just need to make a booking. There's no supplement for breakfast at all in Hell's Kitchen. And then if you're on half board, there are 9 restaurants open across the 2 towers, and the only one that requires a supplement is Hell's Kitchen. The Gordon Ramsay one is in Palace Tower. So I think what you're gonna probably find is happening now is that you'll choose the room first based on the size of the group and the budget and so on, and then you can decide which tower is the most appropriate. The rooms in Palace are much bigger than the rooms in Julius. However, you'll see shortly how half of the room is a bathroom. So the space in Julius Tower is actually more than the space in Palace Tower. And they're both 5-star luxury. They're just, you know, the layout's different and the design is different. And then we had a challenge when we first opened because the Deluxe King rooms and even the Deluxe Suite rooms couldn't take 2+2, which obviously is that's a family, 2+2 really. And we've therefore created these family bedrooms, and they are guaranteed connected rooms. So you can either have a room connected to a room or a room connected to a suite. And it just means that you can get 4 adults and children in that product. And it's brand new, we didn't have that last year. So that's something to look out for. And then there are other presidential suites and royal suites. And I've got some pictures, but you know, they're pretty expensive and mainly for sort of the royal family in the royal suite anyway. Right, so Julius is the biggest of the 2. It's 301 rooms, Palace 194. There's residences, which I'll talk about, but they're mainly long stay. 9 restaurants and bars, 500-meter pool, and 5 swimming pools, plus the kids' pools. So let's start with Palace. As you walk in, this is the lobby, and like the big head over there and the stuff on the left-hand side are our little nods to Caesars, because they do own our property, but like I said at the start, we're very different from Vegas. But we do have recognition of Caesars as a brand throughout the entire, through both towers, and also poolside and in the lobbies and so on. And if you go through the double doors at the end, this is the view that you get. So you can just about make out 3 pools for Palace Tower, but that's the view that I mentioned before that we have, and which is quite unique to Caesars, which is just the Arabian Gulf. There's no cruise terminal and there's no building and there's no noise. And you have the cabanas around the pool, obviously, and lots of space on the beach. It's the same picture of the same tower, still Palace Tower, but here you can see how we have it, you'd call it probably a horseshoe shape. So the vast majority of the rooms that we have that you can see there have got the ocean view as well. The one that, it's just called a deluxe room, it's at the back and it overlooks the wheel. So this is a king, a Palace Ocean King. You can see the ocean view, and also on the left-hand side you can see the bathroom, which goes the full length of the room. And that, to a degree, that does compromise the space around the bed as well, but it's a beautiful bathroom. But there it is. So if you're in the bath at the end, you're going to do that with quite a nice view. And if you're in a suite, you get the living room, which these are nice. A lot of these are sort of on the corner like that, so you get pretty panoramic views, really. And then in the presidential suites, they've got sort of a lot more space and a lot more furniture and so on. Yeah, same. It's the same design and the same colours. And then the presidential suites also have the jacuzzi on the terrace and the sort of the place where you can sit and watch the sun go down. So that's pretty special, really. And the royal suite, which is where Sheikh Mohammed would stay if he turns up unannounced, that's where he'll stay. Okay, the dining is really important to Caesars. We've got 9 restaurants and they're all pretty special and they're all part of the health board. So to start with, you've got Hell's Kitchen, which is Gordon Ramsay. The other one is in Vegas and we've just taken it really and copied it. You can have breakfast here 3 days a week or dinner, and the dinner carries a supplement of about 100 dirhams, which is not too bad. And tables, like everywhere else, tables indoors and outdoors as well. In the summer, you need to be indoors. Zheng Wei is dim sum and Pan Asian. The menu here is going to change, but you can see in the picture there, you know, again, very nice outside tables just beside the beach. And Havana Social Club is our late night bar. So it opens until 1 AM, Cuban themed, live music, tapas, food, and just a very sort of Cuban party atmosphere. And then Roman Lounge is, it's cocktails, it's champagne, it's afternoon tea. So that you can see on the terrace, again, I'm repeating myself, but you get a really nice view of the pools and the ocean and the beach. So Julius Tower, old picture, you can see by the wheel, there's no pods. This is the main pool. And I love it here, it's still 5-star luxury and glamorous, but you'll start in Julius to see a little bit more colour. And it's a bit more family friendly and people walking around with sort of beach bags and things like that, which you don't see so much in Palace Tower. The main pool right beside the beach. And you can see here that there's more space around the bed. So even though it's much smaller than the same room in Palace, the Ocean King here is a little bit more spacious. And you can see the colour scheme different. It's just a little bit lighter and a little bit more refreshing, really. And the bathroom is sort of a regular bathroom. Then the suite, you get the same bed with the same kind of view, but you get the living room as well. And then the 2-bedroom suite, you get even more space. Okay, so dining in Julius is Bacchanal is the main restaurant, and this is where everybody really has breakfast, unless they take one of the 3 days in Hell's Kitchen. This is the only buffet restaurant that we have, and it's another thing that we've just taken from Vegas. It's the same restaurant. And Cleo's table is Italian. Again, lots of outdoor seating here, and you can watch the chef in the open kitchen as he's making the sort of the pizzas and the pastas. Both pools have bars, obviously. So Neptune Bar looks after Palace guests and Fortuna looks after Julius guests. And this is food and drink, and it does include half board if you wish. And they'll serve you around the pools and also on the beach. And then here, this is just in the lobby, and it's largely cakes, well, you know, cocktails, champagne, coffee, lots of things for the afternoon when it's probably a bit too hot to be outside. Right, so we do claim to be one of the best sort of family hotels in Dubai, and we've now got those family rooms that we spoke about, so that's, you know, that's a good start for us. But we also take pretty good care of kids, so under 3s can pay for a babysitter. So that the tag here is a bit wrong. 0 to 3 is with a babysitter. And then 0 to 12 is with the Empire Kids Club. And in the pictures, you can see how that puts the kids sort of either on the beach or in the pool or indeed sort of inside. where there's obviously fully trained staff looking after them. And then also in Julia's Tower is Rome for 13 to 17-year-olds, and this place is full of PlayStations and Xbox and table tennis and air hockey, and there's big video screens. And they'll also do stuff on the beach in the winter. So another thing we've taken from Las Vegas is Qua Spa. 8 treatment rooms, lots of different choices of things to get done. And some of the things are pretty unique. So the gold leaf that the lady's got on her face in the bottom corner, for example. The residence says this is very close to the lobby of Palace Tower, and it has its own pool. And you'll see from the pictures that the design is the same as Palace Tower as well. But like I said at the start, just be careful really, because this is for long stays, and it's got people in there, that are staying for 3 to 6 months. It's nice, but I don't think it's really for the UK market. Cove Beach, again, the old wheel, not owned by Caesars, so people come in from outside. It's stuck between the 2 towers, and it's got its own swimming pools, its own restaurant, and its own bars. And people come and stay here and just chill out with the music and enjoy it really. They can go on the beach, but they're not allowed to go to the swimming pools at the 2 different towers. And there's a minimum spend to go in here, but if you're a guest of Caesars, then you can go in for 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, without a charge. And then we're getting towards the end really, but so whilst we are a 5-star luxury hotel, because we're Caesars, we're also very different. So our competitive set would be Mandarin Oriental and 4 Seasons, Al Nasim in Madinat Jumeirah, and in spite of the cruise terminal, one and only Royal Mirage and Ritz-Carlton. So whilst we'll compete with those, and you can cross-sell from those, just also be aware that we've got our own personality, and it's a little bit unpredictable. It's quite colourful. As I said, you've got the touch of Caesars throughout, and you've got, all the kids club activity and so on, and the Cuban bar. So there's an atmosphere here which is just different from anything that you'd find in the others, which have all got their own sort of brand and their own positioning. So we're not saying that it's better. It's just a very different option that you have at 5-star luxury. And I think that's it. So the most important thing is recognizing the competitive set and the USP, which for us is the island and the unobstructed view that you're going to get from the island. So that's the key selling points, I would say. Yeah. There you
Super.
go.
Thank you very much, Ian. So
You're
great
welcome.
presentation there. We have got quite a few questions for you, so we'll do them just at the very, very end.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to hand over now to Lauren, who's going to show us the hotel that she's actually at the moment and do the presentation. So Lauren, over to you.
Yes. Cool. Yeah, thanks so much. So let me just, I'm going to kind of walk around and show you a little bit before we get started, just because it makes sense to show you while I'm here, but you might not be able to see everything too clearly. So apologies in advance, but I am in a room here that's right on the sea. So do you know, the sun's actually just come out. The weather's been a bit rubbish today. The sun's literally just come out for you guys. So you can see here, we've got this beautiful little restaurant on the water here. So you can go there and get your cocktails and go for dinner and stuff. And where the hotel is, you can see the island. I'm trying to figure out which way I need to go. See the island right in the corner of the screen there. And that's Lobos Island, which basically means wolf island. So there's an old tale that years and years ago there used to be loads of wolves that lived there. You can go over, it's about 10 minutes on the ferry. You probably wouldn't go over today on the beach, on the sea, sorry, because it is a bit choppy, but you can go over for a day trip, and apparently it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, so all of the rooms here all have their balcony. So sorry, I don't even know if I've mentioned. So I'm at Fuerteventura, in the north of Fuerteventura in Coralejo, and we're at our new hotel, Secrets Bahia Real. So this is the decor of the room. As you can see, it's really grand. This particular room is 2 twin beds, but we do also have king bedded rooms available. You have your desk area over here, which I'm set up on. Oh God, that's not going very well, is it? And then there's the seating area over in the corner as well. And then of course we've got the massive TV, which is obligatory in every hotel room, as we all know. And then down this way, we've also got the bathroom, the mini bar, which is refreshed daily if you're staying on unlimited luxury here, and our tea and coffee machine. So that's a very quick tour of this property. But what I'll do is share my screen and show you some slides, which are probably going to showcase it a lot better than I was just able to. So let me just share my screen with you guys. And you should be able to see. So cool. So I introduced myself a little bit earlier, but for those of you who weren't logged on at the time, so I'm Lauren and I look after the AMR Collection. And as I said, you know us pretty well, I'm sure, for Mexico and elsewhere in the Caribbean. However, we are now in Europe as well. So we have over 50 hotels across the collection now in Europe. So it's ever expanding. It feels a little bit like you go to bed and you wake up and there's a new resort. So yeah, it's a crazy time. But I look after both long and short haul, as I say. So please don't hesitate to drop me a line if you need anything. You can contact me on lauren.mac@carahotelmarketing.com. We also have loads of resources available for you guys too. So before you even needed to contact me, you're very likely to be able to find the information you need via our media download site, which I can share details with you guys with after the webinar. So AMR Collection, you'll notice that I'm saying AMR Collection rather than AM Resorts, and that is because back in September we celebrated our 20th anniversary, and to coincide with that we did a whole rebranding project. So we are still the same collection of hotels that you know and you love, but we have a different brand name. We have separated the brands that we have out into different sections, so it's a bit easier to wrap your head around. So we have our Platinum Collection, which consists of Secrets, Dreams, Breathless, and Zoetry. We have our Gold Collection, which consists of Now. However, we only actually have one Now branded property within the whole collection now, which is now Emerald. The rest of them have all been rebranded to Dreams. Then we have Allure, which is our 4-star short haul brand, and Sunscape, which is our 4-star long haul brand. So in a nutshell, all these properties here are 5-star. All the ones over here are 4-star. And then we have our independent properties, which for the most part are located in Europe. The only one that's located long haul is Marigot Bay, which we've just taken over in St. Lucia, and that's going to become a Zoetry next year. So a little bit of information with regards to the different brands. So Secret, so that's where I am today, Secrets Bahia Real. So the Secrets branded properties are adults only, 18 plus, great for couples, great for honeymooners. We have our Dreams branded properties, still 5-star, but great for families. We have our Breathless branded properties, again 5-star, adults only. They are great for people who want to go and have a more sociable experience. Then we have Zoetry, which again, 5-star. This is the highest price point within the whole collection. Zoetry branded properties are smaller in size. They're very much focused on wellness and relaxation. We have Allure, which, as I said earlier, is our 4-star European brand. So this is great for, we have some adult-only properties within the Allure brand. The majority are family-friendly. And then we have Sunscape, which is our 4-star long-haul brand, still all-inclusive, but it's just a lower price point than, for example, a Dreams. That's a great option for clients that can't quite stretch the budget. Hope you're still with me. I appreciate it's very, very confusing. And as I say, you can always have a look on our media download site for detailed information on the different brands and different hotels that we have. So as I said, you know our brands, hopefully you know and love them, and we are delighted that they're now in Europe as well. So it's a really exciting time for us. We've got so many different properties now in Europe, and as I said, today we are focusing particularly on Secrets Bahia Real. So with our long haul collection, all of our properties are all inclusive. So we offer something called unlimited luxury. However, in Europe, as we know, it's a little bit different and clients don't always want to stay on all inclusive or unlimited luxury. So we offer unlimited luxury. We can offer half board. We can offer bed and breakfast. And at some of the hotels, not at this particular hotel, but at some of them, we can actually offer self-catering as well. So unlimited luxury is the same concept as we have with the long haul collection. There are a few differences to bear in mind. For example, in Europe, we do need reservations for the restaurants. So in long haul, you never have to book any of the restaurants, but short haul collection, you do need to book. So there's just a few different things to highlight, but for the most part, everything is included as it would be for our long haul collection. You still got 24-hour room service, you still have the unlimited drinks, you still have the personalized check-in and check-out, etc. So there are some small differences, but for the most part, we do offer pretty much the same thing. We also have Preferred Club available with our short haul collection, which again offers the same kind of thing as long haul. So Preferred Club, you have that personalized check-in and check-out. You have your Preferred Club only lounge, which is where you can go throughout the day to get your light bites and snacks, to watch a bit of TV or to do whatever you want to do. You have your upgraded mini bar. The Preferred Club rooms are located in the best areas within the hotel, so have the best views and everything like that. They have an upgraded mini bar in them as well. You have things like an upgraded pillow menu too. You have a specified restaurant where you can go for breakfast rather than going to the buffet restaurant. So as you can see, there's so many different benefits to being a Preferred Club guest, and essentially I would say it's like a VIP option. So if your clients are looking for a really special experience, then this is for them. It's a bit more exclusive. So as I said earlier, Secret is our adult only brand, 18 plus, great for couples, great for honeymooners. However, you could definitely send groups of friends there as well. It's not kind of too coupley. You definitely wouldn't feel out of place at all. So as I said, I am at Secrets Bahia Real, live and direct. So this property opened just last week after a renovation, and you may have known it previously as well. So it's a really popular hotel already, which is great. So I'm in the north of Fuerteventura in Coralejo. This property is 242 rooms, actually. It says 245 there, but actually it's 242 rooms, and I'd remember that fact if I was you. So this property, I'm just going to run through some images for you. Some of these are still renderings as we haven't had the official photography take place just yet. But this property is located in a great location. Hopefully you saw when I showed you the beach. It's right on the beach and it's got great views over to the islands of both Lanzarote and Los Bos, which is the Wolf Island that I was mentioning a minute ago. All of the rooms here are very spacious. As you can see, this is the lobby area. So the decor here kind of is very in keeping throughout the whole resort. It's very grand. There's a lot of marble everywhere. The lobby area is particularly grand. It's actually one of my favorite areas within this resort. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So you can see the decor here. It doesn't really feel kind of Spanish to me. It feels a little bit different in style. It's very, very cool. We have the Lagoon Pools here. So there are two pools next door to each other. One of them is heated, so it's lovely and warm, I'm told, and the other is muy frío, I'm told. So it's very, very cold. So year round, we have one of the pools heated and the other one isn't. So your clients can visit in December, and maybe when it's a day when it's not quite as warm, such as today, they can still take a dip in the pool. And I've seen some hardy UK guests down there shivering away by the poolside, determined to stay out cuddled up in their towel. So this is just a quick photo of the beach, just to highlight to you guys that it's a lovely sandy beach here. Fuerteventura is known as Windy Island sometimes. It can be a bit more windy here than it is on some of the other islands. So the hotel actually has sunbeds here, which are obviously free for the guests to use, and they have a kind of a wall as such on one side of the sunbeds that they can put up to protect them from the wind if it is particularly windy that day. But for the most part, throughout the summer months, it's perfect. Just to highlight to you guys how clear the waters are here. It's really shallow for quite a long way out as well. And this is what I mean about the little walls, shelters. I probably didn't explain that very well, but that's kind of protecting you from the wind there. And you can go for nice long walks along here as well. You have ferry service here. So I actually hopped on the ferry this morning over from Lanzarote, where I was seeing one of our other hotels in Lanzarote, 25 minutes over the sea. So really, really quick. So if you've got clients that are keen to explore another island or maybe do a twin center, perfect for that. Really, really easy to do. So in terms of the decor, this is probably giving you a much better idea than my shaky hand showing you around the room. But this is an example of the decor. So you've got the king bed here. The one I'm in right now is 2 twin beds. So you've got both those options. So this is the lead-in room, the Junior Suite Deluxe. As I said earlier, we do have preferred club rooms available as well. So if your clients want to upgrade to preferred club, they can do. We have the mini bar in the room, which is refreshed daily, as I mentioned earlier. This is an example of how the bathrooms look. So again, carrying on that grand marble theme. In terms of dining options here, we've got amazing cuisine available throughout the whole resort. We have 9 dining options. I think we have 4 a la carte here. So there's loads of different options to choose from. And then we've got 5 bars as well. In particular, something to highlight to you guys is the Bay Lounge, which is a really unique restaurant above sea level, and it's got amazing sea views. Another one is the Sugar Reef, which has got the barley beds and the cocktails. That's on that kind of little pier jetty that I showed you a minute ago. But I think we'll have some photos of those too in a second. So starting off here is the Market Cafe. So this is the main buffet area where clients will go of a morning to go and get their breakfast. The preferred club guests will also have another option of another restaurant to go and get their breakfast if they want to. So that's just a bit more exclusive for them. This is also open for lunch and dinner, of course, as well. And it's got this beautiful terrace area, which I actually just walked past a minute ago and commented that I hadn't seen before. It's gorgeous. Every time I've been here, I brought the bad weather with me, so I haven't sat out here, but it's a really, really lovely area in the main buffet terrace. This is the Seaside Grill. So as you can see, really, really unique decor here. I absolutely love it. So this is where you can go to get it's basically for lunch. So this is where you can go to get your bites for lunch and things like that. So it's a la carte. We also have our Himitsu Restaurant, which is Asian. So this is opening next week. Remember, the restaurants here, usually for the long haul, they don't need to be booked, but for the short haul, they will need to be reserved for the a la carte restaurants in the evening. Our Mediterranean restaurant, which actually, it's got a different name here, but actually it is being called Olio. So it's similar to the other restaurants we have across the rest of the collection. Then we have our bar area, our rendezvous bar area. And this is the terrace. So it's a really, really lovely setting. So you've got the sea views. It's really, really gorgeous. So this is just kind of off the lobby area. We have our wine cellar as well. So if you have clients that are wanting to have a more personal experience, they can do. This will be required to book, and it may have an additional cost, but that's something that we can definitely check for you. And this is the Sugar Reef. So this is what I was mentioning a second ago, one of the things to highlight, particularly at this hotel. So the Sugar Reef is on kind of a pier out onto the sea. So on a day where it's particularly sunny, maybe not a day like today, you'd sit on there and you can have your cocktails and lie in a barley bed. It's got a really, really beautiful setting. So we've got the barley beds here that clients can go and enjoy. And this is a photo of this location as well. So it's good for weddings too. So it's not something that I'm covering today, but it's a great wedding location. As you can see, they can do wedding setups here. In terms of spas, all of our properties have brilliant spas across the collection. This spa in particular is pretty fantastic. I remember seeing it when I was here last time and being wowed. So it's very, very beautiful oasis of relaxation and well-being. So this is how it looks. So maybe again, on a day where the weather's not too fabulous, it might be a good option to go and enjoy the spa. Unfortunately, we don't have the spa treatments all included free of charge when the clients are staying on all inclusive or otherwise. However, if they want to book one of the treatments, they can do with reception. And I mean, it's pretty tempting, right? It's gorgeous. And lastly, I just wanted to highlight to you guys some of the clean complete protocols that we have in place. So of course, I took this off my presentations for a little while. I was just saying to the other suppliers before you guys came on, but now that things are all taking a turn for the worse, shall we say, or being a little bit worse, hopefully just for a short period of time, I wanted to highlight to you guys some of the procedures that we have in place throughout the collection. And something to explain very quickly is that we are offering free antigen testing on property for guests staying in a club room or higher. That's both for Europe and for long haul, for 7 nights or more. So for the clients that need to come back and have their tests, which we need to now in the UK, they can do that on property. We're also offering our quarantine assurance guarantee. So any clients that test positive are able to stay in their room and quarantine free of charge for 14 days. So it's kind of taking the stress out of everything as much as we can. And obviously we've got loads of procedures in place throughout the whole resort. So here you go.
Safe travels. We've dreamed of the day we would hear those words again. A warm wish for a journey filled with tranquil moments and incredible memories. We understand that the safe in Safe Travels carries more weight than ever before. As we prepare to welcome you back to the places you love, we have developed a Clean Complete verification 360-degree quality and hygiene program to provide you peace of mind. AM Resorts branded properties are accredited by Crystal Certification for International Standards, one of the industry's highest level certifications, verifying best of class in quality and safety. We're working closely with this leader to execute one of the industry's most advanced third-party verification standards post-COVID-19. Crystal Posy Check secures an even higher level of quality, safety, and hygiene. We have taken into account every aspect of the guest experience, from warm welcome through fond farewell. Each luxurious guest room will await you with a Crystal Room Check door badge, indicating it has been thoroughly sanitized and prepared for your stay. All common areas, restaurants, and bars will follow new social distancing guidelines and increased cleaning, allowing you to relax comfortably and breathe deeply. Additionally, we adhere to the Crystal Food Check certification standards, a strict system of enhanced food and sanitation protocols. To maintain your well-being and promote healthy activity, all spa, fitness, and kids areas will be frequently disinfected throughout the day and deep cleaned daily. Our goal has been simple. Work harder so you and your loved ones can rest easier, enjoying the vacation of your dreams and focusing on what matters most, each other. Because warm sands, blue skies, and unforgettable memories are right around the corner.
There you go. So as it says on the slide there, you can find a full list of all of the information with regards to Clean Complete and our protocols on our websites. So we have our media download site. It is being updated currently with all the European hotels. So you should be able to find lots of information on there, imagery, etc. very soon. And we are on social media, so please follow us on AMR Agents and AMR Agents UK on Instagram and Facebook. We're always updating those channels with everything new and exciting. And that's it from me. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Lauren. And I'm glad the sunshine came out.
I know, it was literally by magic.
I know, because well, 2 minutes before the webinar started, it was blowing again and cloudy. So yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much for that great presentation. Hope everybody was listening very, very carefully. And we're now going to hand over to Penny, who's going to transport us now to Greece. Penny, hello.
Hello. I'm just going to share my presentation. 1 second. Doesn't want to.
It worked when we did the test run.
We did it. Sometimes it's inactive for a while, so it delays, but let me try it again. Yep, there we go.
And if you press the sound button.
Actually, let me do it again to be on the safe side, but I did it. Yes, I have it. Perfect.
Okay, super.
So hello, everyone again. Thanks for joining us today. Just one more presentation. I know it's a lot of information for you, but hopefully we'll finish with, you'll get to be able to do many more bookings in Tuniad stations. So Domes Resorts, I don't know who knows about them. Hopefully you do know more instead of less. So at the moment we have 5 properties in our collection, the mini logos that you see here and the ones that we will focus on today. But we keep growing, and that's why we are known as the fastest growing portfolio in the Mediterranean. So that's the plans in 2022. So we will have 2 in Corfu, 4 in Crete, 2 in Elunda and 2 in Zinhanya, and 1 in Zante. However, that's not all. We have another new opening coming up in Portugal. So for the first time, we're going outside of Greece. More information I'll tell you towards the end of my presentation, but just to give you some exciting news coming up. So As I said, we are known as the fastest growing portfolio in the Mediterranean in the luxury segment. And that's usually because we have at least one new property every year. But this year we said, why not do 3 new ones? So that's the ones that I will talk about very briefly. One in Elunda, one in Zante, and the one in Portugal. But for now, let's focus in the exclusive Domes of Elunda, the immersive Domes Zinhanya, the cosmopolitan Domes Nauru's Hanya, and the legendary Domes Miramare. Of course, the brand new, which is not so new anymore, the family Domes of Corfu. So what makes Domes Resorts us? What makes us so unique and specifically, special in regards to other chains? So it's not just a branded hotel chain, it's a selection of unique resorts that offer elevated hospitality. The common elements are that all of them have hand-picked destinations, rich history surrounding them, and definitely leaving a transformative imprint on our guests' life stories. All of them also are award-winning, enticing settings, local F&B culture, which means in every place we will be, there will always be the traditional cuisine, the local, the Greek, and elements from internationally or Mediterranean cuisine as well. We also have something that's very important to us, the emotional interaction with local culture. So that means that it's not just a copy-paste hotel. They're all very unique, very uniquely designed. They look different. They just have the same ethos and this common element that I'm telling you about now. What's also most important is that the local culture element that we mentioned means that you have this sense of place. So in every destination we go, we will always have a place where, for example, we incorporate elements from the culture or the traditions, the ethos of that place within our experiences. So, for example, we will have olives that grow only in Corfu, the specific ones, and incorporate them into our spa treatments. We will have elements to incorporate them into more Epicurean experiences, gastronomical, but also to make you feel like you would be as a local. We also have some signature concepts. The Miramareta, which is a yacht that we have only at Domes Miramare. You can also use that as a water taxi. We have the Soma Spa treatments with our LMS products, the fine art galleries, the Asulin libraries, the Nima Resort Wear boutiques, the Core, which is this open air space with lots of pop-up boutiques and strolling areas. And of course, let's not forget the Haute Living Selection. Haute Living Selection is the VIP concept, the hotel within the hotel. That means that whenever guests stay in that selection, in rooms that are part of the selection, they get some extra benefits. For example, half-board dine around and access to a lounge area that allows you to have snacks and drinks throughout your stay complimentary. So we're going to start with Domes of Elunda. That's part of the Autograph collection of Marriott as well. And as you can see, in an amazing location right opposite the UNESCO protected islet of Spinalonga. I've gathered a few USPs here. So what that means is why Domes of Elunda. Of course, it's super luxurious. It's our flagship hotel in the company. Its location is very unique, right opposite the UNESCO, but also having direct access to the private, sandy, and the only natural beach in the area. We have the Core, with a picture of this is the one on the top left. This is this large open air space that has all these pop-up stores, boutiques, bars, and large strolling areas. The hotel has only suites and villas. There are no standard rooms here. So the suites will be, as let's say, the leading, and villas and residences will be on the haute living. In total, 4 restaurants, 4 bars, and 4 pools, gastronomy workshops and wine tasting evenings. The board basis here is half board on a complimentary basis, which means upgrade from breakfast, and it's already included in the room rate. And guests can upgrade to full board at an extra charge. Now, for those, again, that are staying on haute living, they would go straight into half board dine around and have access to the haute living lounge. Now, what you would need to remember is that this is perfect for couples, but also families and group of friends, especially perfect for those doing a mini reunion or these multi-generational families, as all of our rooms are very spacious and overall the hotel is quite large, so there's plenty of space to spread around and do lots of activities. Speaking of which, we have the Kipos, which is our kids club. Here in Domes of Elunda, we have Cres, kids club, teenager zone, and of course babysitting available. The teenagers is a proper zone that's dedicated space with the latest video games, virtual reality zone, and many more. It operates under strict Ofsted standards as well as worldwide. These are the suites, as I mentioned earlier, the supposedly leading room type, but there's nothing leading about them. They're very spacious and also two-spaced, which means that there will be a door separating the bedroom from the living room. I know that that's quite important for many guests, so it's important also for you to know that in the suites, all of those premium suites will have a door. Now, they're also quite good with in terms of value for money, and especially in the overall market in Elunda. And that's because not only they're very spacious and two space, they can fit 2+2, but also they have half pool already in the rate. Now, they will all come with either an outdoor pool or an heated jacuzzi, as you can see in the pictures. And they're also all renovated, just finished this season. Now we have the hot living here, which means the residences and the villas. We have three different types of residences: the private, Domes Private, Domes Core residence. The Core is quite new, actually. We just created it this summer. We opened 40 new units of Core residences. And then we have the luxury residences and the luxury villas. So whoever stays in one of those rooms, first off, they can be from 2 till 4 bedrooms. So lots of capacity, and they have some extra VIP amenities, including the hot living amenities. Now we're going to go to Domes Zinhanya. So it's in the other side of Crete in Hanya, a beautiful area. For those of you that don't know, it's perfect to do a twin center. My personal recommendation would be renting a car, because it just makes it part of the experience, having a road trip. And as I said, for us at Domes, it's all about this full 360 experience. So it's just under 3 hours from Elunda, or 2 hours, 2.5 from the airport of Heraklion. So you can easily drive there, and it's a beautiful scenic route. Now, Domes Zin is part of the luxury collection of Marriott, and quite bohemian and Instagrammable resort. Lots of serenity when you visit here, and truly paradisal simplicity. All of our rooms have earthy and intimate colors. They offer lots of comfort, and of course, this laid-back luxury. All of our resort, and especially the restaurants, focus around the Greek concept that's called F-Zin. What that means is the art of living well. So that's what we want you guys, and of course your guests, to experience when they're visiting. They want to live this good life. We have lots of experiences. Just in a few examples: brunch and cooking classes, of course the destination discovery, and Epicurean experiences. Now, every hotel will have many of them at an extra charge, but some of them, like for example here, the Campagna tasting is for free, and it's daily. The Campagna is something like donuts. It's this picture here on the right side, these beautiful things that have honey on them. So really tasty, and only can be found in Hanya. So in total, we also have a very unique kids club. I'll tell you more about it in a bit. 2 restaurants and 1 bar in total. One is for everyone, and one is just for the adults, and it's fine dining and multiple courses. The default board basis here is breakfast, and guests can upgrade at half board at an extra charge, of course. Once again, for those that are staying at odd living, they can have a direct upgrade to half board dine around. We won lots of different awards. Of course, the most important one would be the best resort of the year in all of Europe by the Sleeper Ahead Awards. Overall here, what you should remember is that this bohemian, slow living luxury, well-savvy travelers, group of friends, or families, the more modern and more progressive families, usually the ones that have either a toddler or even a newborn. We accept, of course, all ages, but I say this is the most usual that we get. So as I said, our Kipos Club is very, very unique. We are the only ones that have something like that in Greece, and especially featuring Montessori elements and tutoring. Here you will find Crest and Kids Club, as well as babysitting. And for 2022, we're bringing teenager activities. So there will not be an actual zone but there will be activities for the slightly older kids. Now here, why makes it so unique besides the styling and the Montessori education is that we have these extra 2 swimming pools for the kids, either to learn how to swim or just to have fun with their new friends. We do cooking classes, kids calisthenics, and we have this beautiful Bedouin-inspired teepee for story or nap time. Last but not least, our kitchen here is very sensitive into how parents usually want to nurture the kids. So we have lots of healthy dishes, with not so much just filled with sugar snacks, but healthy snacks as well. Then this is how the accommodation looks like here. So not similar to Domes of Elund, we have rooms that are open plan, so not this 2 space that I mentioned. If you wanted a separated bedroom from living room here, you would have to go to one of our 2 bedrooms, which is the highest room category and can fit up to 6 people. It's one of our villas, of course, part of the Haute Living. So in total here, we have 101 handcrafted rooms, bungalows, suites, and villas, all extremely comfortable. The mattress is like sleeping in clouds. And they will all have either this beautiful veranda that you see on the top right, or one of the 2 pools that you see on the bottom. On the left pool, this could be also as either private or sharing pool. And wherever you see tropical, that means garden view or inland view. And where it says sapphire room, it means sea view. So we have a bit of everything. Now we're going to go to our other hotel in Crete, in Chania. That's Domes Nauruze. It's part of the Autograph collection of Marriott, very vibrant and adults only. So minimum age here is 16 years old. It's a beachfront resort located in the vibrant and uplifting city of Chania. I don't know if you've been to Chania before, but it's my personal favorite destination. What I love about it is that it has this beautiful romantic side to it that you can just enjoy and relax. It has this explorational side that you can just rent a car or just do crazy sports every day. And it has the more partying side. So I believe with both of our hotels, we managed to cater for all of these sides, and you have elements and moments and locations within our resorts that you can either choose to party today or just relax reading a book. And I'm talking about the outdoor pools. So in total, we have 2 outdoor pools that are also heated and 1 indoors at the spa. One is the vibrant and one is the quiet. So some rooms will overlook at the vibrant pool and others at the quiet. So make sure you check that out or email me beforehand if your customers are very specific about the noise or the views that they want to have. Now, this is definitely the most luxurious adults-only hotel in Chania, if not all of Crete. It has direct access to the golden sandy beach, as you can see in the picture on the top. We bring DJs, we do live bands, entertainment. All of the accommodations will come with either a heated plunge pool or a heated jacuzzi outdoors, or some of them both, actually. We have a local philosophy and fine dining, as well as a gin and champagne bar, and our signature cocktails that have been award-winning by a consultancy in Greece that has multiple years been winning awards, and they are our consultants. So the cocktails are not to be missed, especially as well the sunsets. So having a cocktail while watching the sunset. You can see a picture of that on the top right. And as you can see, the sunset is basically mirroring on that pool, and imagine just being there, you become part of the sunset. So TripAdvisor's Traveler's Choice for 2020, lots of cosmopolitan luxury for couples and friends, quite gay friendly, very sexy lifestyle and a design hotel. This is the water element that I mentioned to you earlier. So this here on the top right is the vibrant pool that it leads straight into the sandy beach, and it has this bar at the end. You will see usually there boxes of champagne floating around. So very adult oriented style. Then an identical pool to that further inside is the quiet pool. So if you just don't feel like partying today, you can relax on your quiet pool and read a book, and you just press a button and someone will come and bring you your drink. Now, these are the outdoor pools, and we have, as I said, a pool, a spa that has another indoor pool that's heated. It's this one on the bottom right. And this is how the accommodation looks like. So lots of different room types here. As I mentioned, some will have pool view, some sea view. We start with the upbeat retreats and then the wellness lofts. Now, wellness are amazing because they also have, as a package, when you book it, extra added values, which means, for example, a spa treatment or just some spa and wellness goodies in for your stay. Then we go to the haute living selection, which means the sublime lofts and all of the haven beachfront suites. There are 3 different types here: pure, absolute, and ultimate haven. These are all in 2 floors, looking over at the Aegean and some of the best rooms, of course, that we have to offer. Now, as I said earlier, all of them will have either a pool or a jacuzzi, as you can see in the picture on the right in the middle, or both. And what's also very unique is that all of the rooms will have a wellness zone. So for those that want to exercise throughout their stay, they can easily use all the equipment that we provide for them, of course, free of charge. So finishing Crete, I just wanted to say that especially Zinhanya is becoming more known as the Mykonos of Crete, or the Ibiza of Greece. So definitely worth checking out either yourselves or your clients. Now we're going to move to Corfu. We have the Domes Miramare hotel here. It's part of the luxury collection, and what a beautiful resort that is. It's very, very VIP. It's part of, it's again adults only, so minimum age would be 16 years old, and it's located in the Regal Corfu. Lots of sightseeing to do again in Corfu. And before I go to the specifics of this hotel, I wanted to say that Corfu again is a great destination for either a twin or a triple center. So what that means is that if you are in Elunda or in Zinhanya, you can catch a domestic flight of only 30 minutes and quite low in price as well because it's domestic, and you can easily be in Corfu. So you can do either both Domes Elunda, Domes Zin, or Domes of Corfu that I'll show you if it's a family, or if it's couples, Elunda, Zinhanya, Nauru's, and the Miramare. So it's perfect. I've done it myself, and it's beautiful to do this type of hopping, island hopping. So the Domes Miramare also is very unique because half of it is beachfront, as you can see in the picture here, but the other half is waterfront, as I'll show you in a few pictures in a bit. It also has, of course, direct access to the private single and shallow natural beach. It's the most luxurious hotel in Corfu and the most legendary one in Greece, as it used to belong to the Onassis family, always hosted really high profile guests and royalties, and still does to this day. We do lots of events here, full moon parties, guest chef events. We have the Miramaretta that I briefly mentioned earlier. It's this yacht here, the sleek cruiser, that you can also use as a water taxi. So when guests arrive at Corfu Airport, if they don't feel like just getting stuck in traffic and just going on a regular taxi, they can tell us and we will send the Miramaretta instead. Now, we also offer lots of boat trips. The most popular one, I'd say, is the Paxi Island tour, which is a nearby mini island. And we also have something very important and unique. The hotel is located at an olive grove, as you can see, that's been there for 4 centuries, so 400 years. We've managed to maintain that, and as you can see, we've built the resort around it. So what we also offer are not only olive oil tasting, but also a tour of the grove. We have many experiences once again, but the most popular one that also happens to be free and daily would be the Greek coffee making in Hovoli, the way they used to make it before electricity arrived. You know, very traditional experience, very beautiful. And of course, you get to drink the coffee afterwards as well. Lots of different awards here. We've just won a few more, but I didn't have time to update the presentation. But we're going for more sophisticated luxury for couples or group of friends, or even families with teenagers. But I'd say perfect for honeymooners yeah, the ones that are couples mainly. So this is how the accommodation looks like. The Emerald Collection is the leading room types, but there's nothing about leading. As you can see, they're all really high-end luxury, white, clean, very elegant lines. We have retreats, suites, and residencies. They are in 3 L-shaped 2-story buildings, and they are in the part of the olive grove. Now, they are either ground floor or first floor. And they have, some of them are also beachfront, so just 4 steps away from the beach. Now, the pavilions are also the haute living selection. So these are more VIP, even more so than usually, because this is, as I said, perfect resort for royalties. So we have the grand pavilions, the pavilion suites, and the pavilion retreats. And they are extremely elegant, very spacious, private 1 or 2 bedroom suites, and quite open plan as well. They will have either a private pool or a jacuzzi or both. And as you can see here, the waterfront pavilion would be my favorite one, because as this gentleman here does, they go straight from their room to their garden and to the water. And this is a picture from above to show you exactly the waterfront elements. So as you proceed from the beachfront side, this is where you are. And all of these are the pavilions, and a few more here that aren't in the picture. And this is directly waterfront. This is also something that you can sell directly if you have a very high profile guest or someone that wants extra privacy. This is the HRH complex, very VIP area, 5,000 square meters, 2 villas, 1 lounge, 4 pools, and a private pier. So sometimes they come directly with their yachts. And just one beautiful detail here, that this guest here would go from their bathroom straight into the water. So I've never seen that. I always get excited about it. So now we're going to talk about the last resort that we have operated for 2021, which is the Domes of Corfu, our latest opening for 2021. And it's part of the Autograph collections of Marriott. Now, what I love about this resort is the destination, the location, exact location that it's placed, because it's surrounded by a lush forest, and it's located right on the golden sandy beach. So it's truly magical feeling actually getting there. It's part of the experience, and it makes you feel like you're somewhere in a deserted island. You're not, though. You're just under 20 to 30 minutes from everything else, from the Corfu town and airport as well. The beach can be seen also on the bottom right, and it's not just any beach. It's actually been voted the best and widest and cleanest beach of Corfu. So definitely worth visiting. If you don't know about this place, you will not find it just randomly, because as I said, it's quite hidden. It's in Glyfada area of Corfu. So here we have all of these signature experiences that I've mentioned and the signature concepts. We are also having lots of local experiences, cooking classes. We're bringing an activity park for 2022, which means perfect for adults, but also for the whole family to do activities together and bond. We have 3 restaurants and 4 bars, and the Spianada. Spianada is the core, basically recreated here to give it a bit more bohemian feel, but also a more Corfu style. And it's where we will have all these pop-up trucks, the shopping outlets, the food outlets as well, and lots of festivals, cinema nights for kids, and many more. Of course, as almost all of our hotels, we will have a separate area for families and a separated one for adults. The default board basis here is half board, and guests can upgrade to full board at an extra charge. For those, again, that are staying at the haute living, this VIP concept, they go straight to half board dine around. Now, for those of your guests that have been going to all-inclusive hotels in Greece that want to maybe try something new, and especially for Corfu Island, I definitely recommend this one because it has a very unique style to it. As you can see, very unique character. It's the only bohemian resort in Corfu, and it will still come as a great value for money. So what I would recommend is quote them for a not living room and upgrade them immediately to full board. That means that they would have full board dine around and access to the haute living lounge that has the snacks and the drinks for free. It has been fully renovated, of course, perfect elevated luxury for couples and families, very experiential and quite relaxing. Our Kipos Club, here we have Crescent Kids as well as teenage activities and babysitting. Again, it's a combination of the previous two, so you will see elements of both Worldwide and Montessori. And this is how our accommodation looks like. So we will have, we actually already have different room types to make sure to accommodate every one of our guests. So there will also be different spaces, some 2-space, some open plan. There will be different views, so inland, forest, sea view, and some on the ground floor that share a swimming pool, a very large swimming pool. All of the hotel, including the rooms, renovated this year, 2021. And now, very briefly, I wanted to tell you about our news. So the picture on the background of me is actually from our new resort in Zante. We are for the first time going to Zante, so very, very excited about that. And also another first, we are doing the first time ever an actual all-inclusive product. So you usually have the ones that are very high-end luxury all-inclusive and those that are a bit more basic with a bracelet all-inclusive. So there was nothing going on, still luxury, still 5-star, but in the middle in terms of price point. So we thought, why not create one of our own? So it's a Domes Resorts, but it's a new brand within Domes Resorts. It's called the Domes Olus. And here we will have the Domes Olus Zante, which is this one on the left, and the Domes Olus Elunda. Zante is very family oriented. It's eco-friendly, all about the ecosystem and the protection of the loggerhead sea turtles, careta careta. There's going to be loads of activities. And of course, it's for everyone. We will still have separated zones for adults and for families. And then we have the Elunda, which is adults only. Now here, it's all about the views. Imagine something like Santorini, these beautiful cliffs with the amazing uninterrupted view. That's the one. So minimum age 16 here. And what both of these resorts will have in common is that they will be on all-inclusive as the main default board basis. And there will be also the cool living. So here we don't call it all-inclusive, we call it cool inclusive because it's quite different. And we have the cool living. So every guest that comes to book some of the higher room categories, they go into extra dine around and access to the lounge areas, similar to our haute living that mentioned at the other domes. And this is how it would look like. There would be also a separate area in Elunda, especially. There will be also a separate beach. Very briefly to show you also about the Algarve in Portugal. So we're very excited to come out outside of Greece. So it's going to be a 5-star family resort. We're still not ready. We're finalizing the final touches, but I just wanted to briefly mention. And before I show you the video and I close for the day, I also wanted to remind you all about our incentive. We have basically, you make one booking, you get one night. You make a booking to one of these specific room types here, you get 2 nights. Make sure you contact me so I can share the link with you and the PDF of the incentive. And it's live up until February, end of February. So make sure you don't miss it. So now I'm going to share the video. Enjoy. And here you have even our new destinations. Finishing off, just to show you my contact details. This is my email and my phone number. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, if you need help with your social media and you need content. Yeah, thank you very much for your time.
Super. Thank you very much, Penny. Guys, I'm sorry today we have gone over our time, but I'm sure you'll agree that the presentations have been absolutely super. So we have got, we want to see now if you've been listening. Penny, you do have a couple of questions, but I'll email them out to you because Ian's literally got to go in a couple of moments. So Ian, do you want to go first and do your question to see if everybody's listening? Ian, you had a lot of questions that came through, and I know you've answered all of them directly. You are muted, so you will need to unmute. So if everybody can go to chat and make sure your drop down says everybody. Ian's going to ask you a question in a moment. Now, every single person on this webinar will be entered into the spin to win. The person that does get the correct answer will be entered 10 times. So you've got a much better chance of winning. So Ian, over to you. Ask us your question.
So my question is, what is the name of the pool bar in Palace Tower?
Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, Fortune is in Julius, and the Cove is the beach club in the middle of the two, but Neptune is the right answer.
So Danny was the first person with the correct answer.
Very quick. I need to make it harder.
You do need to make it a lot harder. Super. Thank you very much, Ian. And if you need to go, you can go now.
Yeah, I will if that's all right.
That is absolutely fine. A big thank you for your time today. Super presentation. Thank you. Lauren.
Yes.
Hello. So just remind us again what your price. Right. Okay. You haven't even asked the question. You haven't even said hello. And we've got everybody answering.
I changed the question. Well, it's fair enough. I made it incredibly obvious, so it's fine.
I think you gave it away at the beginning, to be honest with you. So yeah. I'm guessing the answer to your question is how many rooms have we got? Yeah, okay. So the first person with the correct answer, I think, is 242 rooms, and it was Sandra Louise. Is that correct?
Oh, shall I look? Yeah.
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 Brilliant. So yeah, what not to do in your presentation, tell people to take note because everybody knows the answer before you even come on and say hello.
Yeah, I know for next time.
Exactly. Okay, super. So thank you very much, Lauren. And Penny.
Yes, so my question is, what is the VIP section called in all of our Domes Resort? I didn't even think that. So yes, that's the one. I've mentioned it many times, and that's in all of the 5 main Domes resorts.
So Carol was the first correct answer at Hort Living Selection. Is that correct?
Yes,
super.
Yes, I think so.
Perfect. Brilliant. Well, a big thank you to Penny and Lauren, and thanks for your presentations today. They have been really, really good. I know they've been Penny, you had a lot to cover, but your concepts are great, and Lauren, it was great to see you directly at the hotel, so a big thank you. So yeah, I'll send a follow-up with a recording, so you'll all receive that, and I will announce the prize winners tomorrow on Facebook, and you will be contacted by your hosts if you are the winner. So a big thank you, everybody. Thanks, guys. Much appreciated, Penny and Lauren. And we'll see you on the next webinar.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to see you. Bye. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.